Hi everybody! It's almost time to get started. I hope you have your yarns already. Again, number them any way you want to. 1 through 8 on your little balls, your remnants, extra skeins you've picked up that you haven't used yet. But you need 1 full skein to do the main collar in the pattern. So I think we should start with the purpose of this. So for me, the main purpose is to find my people. I just want to craft. I want to get my mojo going again. I have recently lost it and I haven't really created a lot. So maybe by me putting myself out there, I will also find the people who share this creative goodness, and it'll keep me going, because I found I stop a lot and I don't get anything done. So other than that, the purpose is not to create a groundbreaking pattern. You're going to find out the stitches are basic. If you are a beginner knitter or you want to learn to knit, or you're a beginner crocheter or you want to learn to crochet, this is a fantastic first pattern. Now I will tell you, we're making a scarf. Don't panic. Typically that's something everybody finds boring. It's a lot of knit, or crochet, and you just get lost in the repetitiveness. Well, there's a twist on it that explains the 8 little balls. So we are going to have main color days. You will knit or crochet your main color. The next day, Alexa is going to pick the number for you. Now, I will show you my color for the day, but your color is going to be totally different depending on what you chose. So nobody's is going to look the same. We're all going to be different. I've kept this group really small on purpose, just invited my friends. Now, if you have a friend who's totally wanting to do knit or crochet or really loves it and just needs to make the time for it to get done, absolutely send it along to it, because if they're your friend, they can be our friend too. But we all want to share our work. Show your work, take pictures. You'll see that none of mine are post. We are currently in my living room. I'm wearing what I wore to work today. This is my work hair, fixed it a long time ago, 6 a.m. So we're not perfect. We all just have our everyday. So, some notes. So first of all, I'm gonna load the pattern with crochet. Every row is the same. So you're gonna have 1 row repeat. For knit, it's a 2 row repeat, which knitty people, you're used to this. You're going to have 1 knit row and then you always have your return row. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. For knitting, all you need to know is the knit stitch, how to knit 1 in the back loop. Very Pink Knits has got great videos out there on YouTube. If you're not sure how to do that, go check her out. And we're also going to knit 2 together. Again, Very Pink Knits, highly recommend it. I still watch her even though I've been knitting since I was 15. So yeah, check her out on YouTube. She can teach you anything. For crochet, you need to half double. Well, you need a chain. Half double crochet is going to be our pattern. And then you need to half double 2 together. If you have any questions on how to do that, I haven't found a great video. You may find one on YouTube. If you do, put that down in the comments to help everybody else out. All right, so pattern is going up on Saturday. I'm also going to start loading videos. I don't know how many I'm going to get to load in one day. They're not professional. We're in my living room. All the videos take place on my ottoman, which acts as a coffee table. So again, it's just friends together. I'm going to load at least 5 days on Saturday, and then I will get the rest of them loaded shortly thereafter. The reason for that is you may have a day when you have some extra time, staying in the house that day, you can get some work done. Hopefully you love it and you're enthused about it and you want to get the work done. However, if you have a pause, if you can only keep up day by day, because each day is a small amount of work, then I wanted you to take that pause. Just stay with each day as it goes along. something comes up, because we all know something comes up, and there's a whole day you can't knit or crochet, maybe even 2. Don't stop. Come back to it when you get the time. This is all about taking the time to make something, to create something on your own. Little bit of, I consider it my yoga. It centers me when I'm creative. So hopefully you also get that. Some helpful hints. I have notes here if you're wondering. Use a stitch marker. We're going to be making a diagonal striped scarf. Both knit and crochet. It's the same, different stitches. So you're going to have one increased side and one decreased side. Put your stitch marker on the decreased side, especially when you first get started, because it's kind of hard to notice. That way you always know where you are. You're not going to be making an increase on the decreased side. You're not going to be decreasing on the increased side. And if you do, just back it back out and start over. Not all is lost. All right. If you miss a day, I already covered that one. Please pick up just wherever you are. We're here to meet you where you are. I have my own things, my own days. I had a day when I did get a lot of knitting done, but then I had a day when I didn't get any. I did nothing. So also, weave in your ends. We all hate those nasty ends. You do not want to get done with your scarf. You've spent your time on this. Then you have to dedicate a solid hour to weaving in ends. Your main color days are going to be shorter. It's a smaller amount. Take that day, that short amount of work, go back and weave in the ends from the last main color day and from your numbered day. That way when you're all done, you weave in your final end, your project is complete. You don't have to dedicate that last hour. You don't want to throw it in a box, in a corner, in a bag, and never have it done simply because you have those pesky little ends. At the very end, when you've completed your project, wash or block it. If you're using acrylic yarn, it is history known, it doesn't block. Acrylic doesn't have memory like wool. But you still want to wash it. You can put it in the washing machine, put it in, my favorite to use is pillowcases. Put it in a pillowcase. Gentle detergent, run it through the wash. After you give it to your recipient, they're going to want to wash and dry it anyway, so that's perfect. But you want it to look amazing. What you're going to do when you wash it is the yarn is actually going to full, which means it's going to fluff up. It's going to fill any little gaps and crevices. If you had uneven tension slightly, you're going to notice that when you knit, you run it through the washing machine, it has the magic of working it all out. It evens out the stitches. So you definitely want to do that. When you throw it in the dryer, you want to dry it almost all the way, but not all the way. You want to have a little bit of dampness. Throw it out across your bed. If you have blocking mats, great. You can use those. But you just want to flatten it out, turn on a fan, let it finish drying that way, and you're going to give the best looking gift you've ever made. If you're using a wool yarn, and that would include superwash, even though yes, you can put it in the washer, I tend to hand wash those, mild detergent, and then you squish out all the water between towel rolls, lay it out flat, put it where you want it, let it dry. Wool has a great memory. So I think that's it. There aren't any other hints, tips, tricks. Make sure you're up on your stitch, knit 2 together, knit 1 through the back loop. We will be good. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me. And by the way, the amazing gifts, which I'll be so happy to give out, have arrived, and I'll be showing those soon too. So take care. I will see you on Saturday.